Hello. Let me see if I can actually get a better position on this. Okay, that might be way better. Hopefully it stays and it does not fall. Okay, and I hope my background isn't too distracting, but welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is, who it is, and what you're here for. And if you don't know, then you know. Yeah. So welcome. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a continuation. This is gonna be like more of a love read. I can feel it in my bones that this is gonna be more love related. This is a continuation from that reading about, I think it was this person's interested in you, but what did he say? Oh yeah, they're interested in you. Sorry, my hair was distracting me. But it's giving arm candy. So I just want to know what's going on with my collective since then. Some of you guys are more focused on career right now. Before I started the reading and I was cleansing the space of, gross stuff. What's good, gang? What's good? When I was clearing the space of like negative, kind of icky stuff, I was getting a lot of 5 energy, like a lot of lack energy. And it was as if something was trying to come through and like let it be known that like somebody is cleansing themselves in like a sensual way. I don't want to say sexual way because I don't want YouTube to flag anything. So yeah, I don't want to get distracted talking about that, but I'm just happy to be here and be an influence. I don't care who's blocking the video. I don't care who is biting off the energy. I don't care. I'm here. Clearly, I'm an influence. Clearly, God wants me here. So I'm just grateful to be able to do this for you guys. But anyways, something has come through and like wants to let it be known, like, okay, I'm cleansing myself of this like deviance. It's almost like somebody is torn between a space of like, take me as I am. Like, I like this dark, weird stuff, this kind of deviant activity when it comes to love and relationships, but like, this is who I am. But then also that was coming out when I was cleansing the energy. So I almost feel like, how can I put it without sounding like judgmental or just somebody's cleansing themselves of the gross shit. They're just cleansing themselves of the gross shit. It's nothing wrong with that, okay? A lot of people are choosing, darker things in the world at this time because that's what's popular, that's what's become more normalized, and there's like a lot fewer people who are not, okay? At least, what we can see on social media and, where we all have a common place. But anyways, we're just going to focus into the reading, okay? And it's funny because when I said that, I was thinking about all the foreign people around the world who just have a different view on things, like being conservative, like sensuality, like they just have a different opinion. And I feel like someone here just feels like, okay, this is just who I am. I like wild freaky things. And you know what else is crazy? Like, I'm almost picking up the fact that like somebody is trying to distinguish, or maybe they should be trying to distinguish between like, this is my culture, this is who I am. And some people don't know the difference between that and like entity attachment, like, or because your culture may be like this is due to entity attachment. So y'all, it gets a little sticky, especially when people are from different places. So let me just pull a bunch of cards. Okay. This is weird energy. I'm gonna get 2 more. 3 more, I mean. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Because this is interesting already. Honestly, it is. And if y'all hear anything in the background, that's my fan or whatever. So anyways, y'all, we have local, thriving, limitless. You're popular right now. Projection, remote viewing, inception, interception, north. Okay, don't show your hand. Little teeth, little gums. truth and foreign, okay? So I'm just gonna line these up. Oh no. Y'all, it's so hot in LA. Like, August is the hottest month here, so it's really, really warm, okay? I was trying to figure out how I wanted to line these up, and then I like messed up. All right, so I'm really picking up on the fact that someone's really trying to figure themselves out, and I can't put my finger on yet if it's like you, viewer, or the people you guys are dealing with. So I'm just gonna grab the tarot cards. We're using this deck today, the Modern Witch, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I'm gonna give the other deck a bit of a break because I just feel like I just have like, I don't know, I have a weird relationship with that deck. It's my first deck, but its creator and I have very different, you know, beliefs or whatever. If you support the channel, drop a like, you know, or else I won't pick up on your energy. That's what I intended when I started the reading. So if I don't pick up on you, it's because you're not interacting with the law of exchange, okay? So anyways, let's get into it. Somebody could be from a different place. Like I said, we have foreign, and someone else could be like more local. So I'm getting that somebody may have met someone locally where they're at or where they're from, and this person could be a foreigner. Maybe you guys just have a different opinion in like what you guys view as like normal as far as like love and intercourse goes. This is a love reading, so let's just see what comes out, okay? Can we clarify this local and foreign energy, Holy Spirit? Can we clarify this local energy and foreign energy, okay? So someone definitely like blew in for sure with the Chariot card coming out. I feel like somebody came, what is that song? It's in my head. Just blew into your town. It's SZA. It's I can't think of the song right now, but it's an oldie, and I love old SZA. Old SZA over new SZA all day. But somebody just blew into your town, and I don't think that they were ever meant to like stay very long. Maybe they didn't know how long they were there for, but they came as they were, you know, they came with who they are, you know. And I feel like you guys met each other, and with that card kind of landing, that's so crazy. Because these cards just jump out of the deck, I kid y'all not, which is the Six of Swords and the Empress or whatever. So I'm getting that like, yeah, so the Chariot came out and it landed literally, or I put it, whatever, it on top of the remote viewing, like projection, interception, inception card. And that card is just about basically something coming in and kind of interrupting whatever you have going on, or just coming in and, you know, watching or influencing something you have going on. So I feel like somebody may have caught you off guard when they came through. Hey, Suede. And maybe you were focused on what you were focused on, work, whatever you had going on, child, you were focused on it. And I feel like this person just came and like changed the whole game up. And this lets me know that like with the Six of Swords and the Empress kept coming out like they did, I almost feel like somebody was caught off guard as far as like emotions go. Like my eyes are being drawn to this like feminine symbol on the heart. I feel like somebody wasn't probably really focused on like romantic love. They were probably more focused on like healing their femininity, or like healing themselves feminine wise, with the Empress, and just kind of focusing on their own growth and development. I'm picking up on a lot of feminine energy with that, so take that as it resonates. But Six of Swords, like I feel like when you met this person, okay, or put it how it fits, you were coming from like some type of rocky experience, and this person just kind of like blew into your world, you know, like that's really what I'm getting. And I feel like you were very popular. Like I feel like you were in a space where you weren't really open to communicating and just like sharing your life or anything like that. You felt like you were very popular with whatever you had going on. Like If you had a job, you were popular at work, you were killing it. If you like are a content creator, you were killing it with content. If you do hair, you was like slaying the hair and getting mad clients. People were posting you. You were doing your thing, and you didn't really want to show. You didn't really want to welcome anybody into that space, but it kind of just happened or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. So it's just like two worlds colliding is like what the energy that I'm picking up on. So let's dig into it more, Holy Spirit. What are we trying to say about this? I feel like this is going to be like, I guess this is just the story that needed to be told first. All right, so we have the devil in reverse. So I feel like somebody, like I said, was like in a healing space. And it could be you or the other person, like I said, take it as it resonates. But like somebody was just in this space where they were like, I literally just heard tired of letting the world use them, or tired of letting the world abuse them. So somebody was just tired of being like bound by the weight of the world and the things that are naked right there, and the things that like came with that. So it's almost like this person was cleaning their life up, and then somebody came in, maybe this was like a test, or maybe you know, sometimes karmically people can come into each other's lives as a test or as a chance for somebody else to join with that cleansing and that transformation. So I guess let's see how it went, child. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know if this is supposed to be in the reverse, but I'm gonna test it a few times. I don't know if I'm testing it right. This flip over is gonna determine what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over. Oh, I was hoping it wasn't in reverse. Oh my God. So you know what I'm thinking? Somebody came into somebody's life and they did not know love from Adam. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 of Cups in reverse. Like somebody felt like they came in somebody's life heartbroken, okay? And what's funny is I feel like you collective could be this person where you were like nurturing yourself from heartbreak. You had already told yourself, you know what? Boom, I'm done with this. I'm not experiencing this anymore. And this person came through and they had the same thing going on. I don't think they were as optimistic as you are, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not coming off like they were optimistic with this 10 of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like two people were heartbroken. Okay, one person really wanted to heal. The other person, I'm not sure what they wanted. But then we also have the King of Cups. So that is, I think that's in the reverse as well. So yeah, I think somebody came through, and to be real, like somebody came through on some heartbreaker shit. Protect this reading, Holy Spirit. I don't want any weird energy coming through here. All right. Thank you. And so it is. Yeah, so somebody was in a heartbreaker energy. Somebody could be dark skinned here. Somebody could wear glasses. Somebody could have short hair. Okay, somebody probably likes to dress spiffy and like wear colors. Somebody could really like the color yellow. All right, teal. But this King of Cups in reverse, like it's just giving me such an icky energy. It's almost like this does feel very karmic. Like somebody came through trying to, you know, just experience whatever kind of experience they were trying to experience, and they ran into somebody. It's almost like this was a test for them. It was a test for you, viewer, perhaps. But I think that you knew. Like, I'm looking at the look on this Empress's face, and she's looking like, all right now, you come over here effing me over, like, all right, it's not gonna be pretty for you, but I'm gonna, you know, it's like you were just kind of in a space of like, you just want to F around and find out, like, you know, what's going on with this person, and this person was gonna F around and find out in a whole different way. Like, if you come over here with your heartbreak energy, being cold and moody, taking bad advice from people and taking out your frustrations on me, you know, somebody had a price to pay for that. I feel like that's some past, present, future energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we got somebody that's going off on their own here. Okay, with their own ideas. So I feel like collective, you could be in the energy of where you're kind of just going off on your own. I feel like people, you have a lot of suitors and a lot of options, right? But sorry about that, y'all. It's kind of distracting. But like, that's what I'm getting. Like, it's distracting. It's like you have a lot of options, or you've had a lot of options in this past cycle that you're leaving and that you just closed up. And this is something that could be still kind of circulating, or you could be still processing this. I don't know. We're gonna see though. But I almost feel like collective, you've already chosen to kind of go off on your own as you were doing before. It's like as you were is what I'm like receiving. So what do we need to know about this? Like, let's get into it. So we got the Emperor. So I feel like the more you get into your Emperor energy, viewer, like the more you become your own like boss and father figure, and a person who kind of just like has their ish together. I feel like you really are attracting that energy right into your life. And I know that's like a really like cliche thing for like a reader to say and all that, but I really genuinely believe that this is someone's story, okay? Because you were thriving before before your world collided with another person. You were headed upwards, you know, you were headed towards your north node, okay? I don't know what this little teeth, little gums is about, but somebody definitely here has like little teeth, little gums, whatever. So let's see, what is this little teeth, little gums actually? Usually that's just a description of somebody, how somebody looks. So that could resonate for someone. Maybe this person you're gonna meet, I feel like there's a new person trying to come into your energy, or that is gonna be presenting itself in your energy. For some of you guys, this may have happened already. That's why you're getting this description of little teeth, little gums, because somebody just may have one of those smiles where it looks like they just have these cute little teeth, or they have like, they may look like they have bigger gums and teeth or something like that. And this person is not only like an emperor, like a upright, stable individual who like knows how to defend themselves and defend whatever they've built for themselves, but they're also a king of pentacles. So this is also a person who, they could be a fire or a earth sign, but that it doesn't have to be the case. But this person is good with money. This person can stand up on their own 2 feet. They can provide for themselves. They can provide for others. I never noticed in this card that this King of Pentacles is wearing like a jacket with grapes on it. Somebody could be like real snazzy dresser, like they're not afraid to like wear something that's like loud and crazy, and they're so comfortable in their masculinity, they're so comfortable in themselves. Like they could also wear like long socks, they could also wear like their pants like rolled up or something like that. It's so weird for me personally. I'm just giving my little opinion, but like I don't like guys who necessarily dress loud, but I have a huge thing for like confidence. So even if I don't like the way a guy dresses, like if he's like really confident, like it's such a huge turn on to me. Like I'm not a person who judges somebody, oh, like if you just dress like really bad and you look a mess, I'm probably gonna feel some way about that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of vain like that. Just like if our vibes can't really like make sense together, even if you are looking way different than me, like we still have to kind of make sense together. Like I remember in college I dated a guy, he was really nice, but he dressed like, I hated how he dressed. Like he wore huge basketball shorts that looked like they were way too big for him, and I hated his haircut and like that kind of stuff. Like I was attracted to him anyway, child, but I just it made no sense in my opinion with me or whatever, who I truly am. It made sense for who I was at the time, like a dancer, always wearing dance clothes and stuff like that maybe, but like child, no, not for long term, child. But anyways, we got the Knight of Wands coming in the reverse and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is giving me, I'm not gonna lie, like this is really giving me, and I think they want me to grab a oracle deck, so we're gonna do that in a second. But y'all, this is giving me that this person is gonna come through and they're gonna be a little shy. I don't even think this is usually like a shy person, or you may not look at this person and assume like, oh, this person's a little shy, but I'm getting this person may be a little shy. So this is going to be a way you're going to be able to identify who this person is. Because for me, like I've been hearing, like I'll watch readings from time to time when I'm cleaning, or if I just feel like I see one and it resonates or whatever. But I was getting like a lot of like, oh, somebody's coming towards you, da da da. And y'all, I was getting a lot of people coming towards me right at that time. And it's crazy because the way a reader described one guy coming towards me, it was like, oh, excuse me, like I don't want to interrupt you, but I just have to like speak to you, get your number real quick. Child, why the exact thing happened to me, but it was all wrong. This guy pulled up in his car. He pulled up on me twice when I was walking. It made me feel really unsafe. It was really intimidating. A real man for me, I literally whispered to God in that moment, like, if this is somebody worth knowing, he's going to park that car, get out and walk next to me and talk to me instead of trying to pull up to me his car. Did not do that. He had this big ass Cheshire cat grin. I don't like when guys approach like that, because I've learned in my experience that a lot of people do that to disarm you. Like, let me smile real big so they can feel safe. Like, no, I'm okay. And then like it was an LA guy, and I don't really like LA guys. Like I'm gonna be honest, unless it's a very particular kind of LA guy that I like, and I don't want to describe it, y'all, because that's my business. Okay, I want to keep my shit safe. But this kind of guy this was not the one, not the one. Let's just put it like that. And he was just really like, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I literally have a reel about it. Girl, it was crazy. I had to block him. But anyways, because I gave my number, but it's because like us girls, we don't feel safe sometimes when we don't give the number. They'll call you right there, and if it's wrong, you never know what can happen to you. So I just gave the number, whatever. But anyways, y'all, this person gonna be shy, but they're not gonna be aggressive. They're not gonna be horny. Okay, they're gonna be able to control their excitement. Even if they do feel really excited, I'm almost gonna feel like if you pay attention to this person, I'm really getting the fact that they're gonna be the kind of person where when they get excited, you could tell they're excited, right? But they also know if you just got here, if you don't like the video, you're not gonna get your energy picked up on, because that's what I intended. So just to let y'all know. But anyways, y'all, so this the kind of person, right? They don't mind showing when they're excited, but when they're around you, they're gonna like channel it in a certain way. And I know what that looks like too, thank God. You know, because sometimes we just experience new things with people. We don't know if it's good or bad. But this is giving me really good vibes personally, and my discernment has grown to be so A1. So this is the kind of person where they'll be excited by you, whatever, but they'll channel it in a different way. I'm trying to find an example. So say for instance, y'all are physically speaking to each other and you look good. They know they want to show you off. They know they want to take you somewhere, really knock your socks off. Maybe they've done this before in, you know, with other people, lighthearted, whatever, but they're more serious about you. Like they're going to kind of temper themselves and go, you know, I'm in the mood to go do this random thing. Do you want to do this random thing with me? And you might be like, yeah, like they're just gonna really be good at tempering themselves, discerning, reading the room, okay? And this Nine of Cups in the reverse is letting me know that if you're the kind of person who's usually like very protective of yourself emotionally, because I feel like both you guys will have in common that you guys know how to protect your emotions. Like y'all know how to hold that shit down and like not let anything like, you know, emotionally harm you. But I feel like both of you guys are gonna feel like you don't have to be like yeah, like how can I put it? I don't think that, Holy Spirit help me out, I'm getting hot here. This person, I feel like usually you've experienced people who protect themselves in a way where they come off like not happy, just angry and smug and dissatisfied with life. But this person will be the kind of person where even if they're protecting themselves, you won't know, like it won't read on their face that they're like trying to avoid emotional damage. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to kind of like, what's the phrase that I'm hearing in my mind? They just have a good poker face. They have a good poker face. So I had a bunch of cards that came out. So we're gonna see what that's about. I feel like you have always had to kind of defend yourself and stand up for yourself when it comes to exchanging energy with people, and it really like turned you into a very like good bachelor or good bachelorette. Like it made you really sexy, your experience. I don't think that it ruined you or made you bitter or anything like that. I feel like you have a very keen sense of like self-preservation and self-protection with this little familiar that I'm seeing peering right now into my soul. It's like you cannot be harmed. You have protection. We got sunflower coming out again, so we're picking up on that real feminine sun, raw Oshun type of energy. So I feel like your experiences with love and relationships or whatever has just sculpted you to be like such a good bachelorette. Like I'm getting the show like The Bachelorette or whatever that show is that people have been watching, Love Island. Like you would be that perfect like candidate because you know how to weed them out. I'm hearing that. What movie? I don't know how to weed them out. That was SpongeBob. Oh my God, the movie. He's like, they looking for the goofy goober and don't think we don't know how to weed them out. Okay. And I feel like that's what I'm getting. Like, you know how to find what does not fit, okay? And I feel like y'all can have that in common, okay? Because I'm really getting like this is something that is a really, if you guys have been magnetizing awesome shit your way, this is one of those awesome things. Whether it goes well or not, like it's still like a really solid option. we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel, oh, okay, good. Let me know if I have sound, y'all, because I didn't answer that, but can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I have a lot of like really weird men commenting on a post on my Instagram, like angry men who are mad because I said I'm a trust fund baddie. Like they're so angry, like you're not bad and you might have money, but you're not bad. You're a three. Ooh, it ain't nothing worse than a man counting the pockets of a woman. It's nothing worse than a man on Instagram counting the pockets of a woman. It's all bad. Anyway, child. I'm gonna have to block this guy because he is really weird. But anyways, yeah, so I feel like, where was I? I feel like your inner self, like your divine feminine within yourself is gonna let you know when or that it is safe to be emotionally like be soft, okay? And when you get that like indicator, I think you're gonna, like today I had a moment where I like exhaled. You're gonna be able to exhale, in this situation, in this space. And I feel like this is something that you were meant to experience because it's like a tempering. It's like, okay, this is like a little, this is just like a little like a beautiful experience from what you just came from. You know what I'm saying? And this is the Ace of Swords, so this is the truth. I feel like this person is going to be honest with you. This person could be in an air sign, even though they may not come off like an air sign at all. But that's just a thought. I don't know. That could be the case. But I feel like you're really going to be able to be feminine with this person, or even if you're masculine, you're going to be able to be soft. You're not going to have to be guarded and like, just all these things. So let me get the oracle card they're telling me. Yeah. Okay. All right, so what can we get from this card to help further the read? All right, so this person is going to be an action taker. So I feel like if you're used to, whether you're male or female, if you're used to always just kind of being the action taker and wanting the other person to kind of bring that same energy, I feel like you're really gonna have a good time with this situation because it's gonna bring a lot of action. Like this person is gonna be the kind of person where they don't seem like an air sign because they're probably like really grounded, or they come off very grounded, but you're gonna see that they're probably an air sign because like when they want to go, I don't know, when they want to go on a random trip, they're gonna go on a random trip. When they want to go get some food, they're gonna go get some food. If they want to go outside, they're gonna want to go outside. They're not gonna be like dragging their feet about it, or just like in two minds about it, or whatever. I don't know. Anything else? Ooh. I thought this was a different card. It's revelation. I feel like being around this person or being involved, my bad y'all, this little piece of hair is so distracting for me. It's supposed to be like a cute little curly piece that's sticking out, but like the black dye on my hair coming off, child, and then my hair, it needs to be like, child, whatever. I need to redo it for real. Thought somebody was knocking on my door. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna bring you like a revelation, because I feel like if you haven't realized it yet, you should only entertain people like what you want. If that, I'm sure that makes sense. Like, for example, if you know you want somebody who isn't nonchalant or doesn't try to come off nonchalant, you should not entertain those kind of people at all. I mean, I know me personally, last year I had met people and I had spent time, like a good amount of time with a person who was coming off always like very nonchalant, and I literally can't stand that shit. Like, I like my man like I like my thong, and that's right up my ass. So, and the reason I like that is because I'm like that naturally when I like a person, like not OD to where it gets annoying unless I just feel like being annoying in that moment. And if you don't like a person who is annoyingly attracted to you or is a little fun and crazy at times, then obviously I'm not your cup of tea. But like, you're gonna have a revelation, like I should never have been even entertaining anything but this, so I think this is gonna be a good indicator for you that like, okay, there are people like what you like out there, okay, and this is one of them. All right. Anything else? Okay, they said to go ahead and grab the tarot again. Okay, because I think my guides and the most Holy Spirit and angels and all the wonderful fairies and beings that are here want to tell you guys the kind of action they'll be taking and the kind of revelations you'll be having. So what kind of action will this person be taking? This was at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person is not going to be afraid to give you an offer. They're not going to be afraid to spend money on you. They're not going to be afraid to do anything because one, I don't think it's a, this is one of those limitless people. Literally, I think we got the limitless card. Yeah, thriving, limitless. You're going to meet somebody who, if you're in this thriving limitlessness, you're attracting that literally. So this is not a person who's like, oh, if I spend this money, I won't give it back. Or if I spend it on this person, they don't care about me, I'm going to feel like a certain, like this person is not in that energy at all. If they want to have an experience, they're gonna have that experience. Okay, they're gonna pay for it because they just want to be it to be paid for. The High Priestess is flipped over, so I'm gonna assume that that should come out. I feel like this person may. I just got like a couple different things with this. I could be talking to somebody who is very intuitive, viewer. You could be very intuitive. I feel like this person can recognize an intuitive person. I feel like this person believes in intuition. This person, I was literally hearing when that card came out, this person has a reader. Like this person has a spiritualist. Like this person has somebody on retainer. This could be a person who has like the kind of lifestyle to where they have to like pay attention to who's around them constantly, and I think they have a person that helps guide them with that, and it's almost like they can see qualities of that in you and they find value in shit like that. So that's another reason they're going to be like super easy about taking action towards you, because the real ones know. Billionaires, trillionaires, it's so funny to me when I look at these readings or just like look at life in general, and people are just like, oh, you're weird if you like this or if you're into that, and it's just like, I get it because it's like a little taboo, because you never know if somebody is doing negative things towards you or others, or if they're doing positive things and if it's beneficial and what lines they're gonna, you know, a lot of morals and stuff that is wrapped up in that. I don't really feel like getting into that, but I will say that the real ones know that having certain guidance is like crucial in life. So once you find somebody who's tapped in like that, it's like a huge blessing, and it's like a blessing to you to even get like vetted into their world. So I feel like this person will pick up on that energy from you, and with this Knight of Swords, they gonna want to take action. Like I said, it's giving like you rev this person's engine up. They gonna calm it back down when it gets revved up because they don't want to scare you off or make you uncomfortable. But I feel like there's something about your energy that's gonna make a person want to act and do, you know, and it's really refreshing. And the craziest part is like I feel like you're the kind of person where maybe a lot of people are like, you know, at your doors, you know, like little rats smelling to see if you cooking, and little, you know, the vamps at your door begging you to let them in. Like I feel like they're gonna be, you know, kind of keeping up with your energy and watching you, whether physically or virtually, and they're going to pick up on this, and they're going to try to act like everything's cool, everything's fine, but they know that like whatever you gave them is what you're ready to give someone else. And this person probably, I think they can tell, they're probably watching this right now, like they could tell that this person is probably more worthy than they are or something. So I feel like you're going to have people watching you, and with this Magician card coming out, you're gonna have people trying to maybe even like ruin this for you, or interfere with it in some type of way. It was like I told you guys, I had spilled like a sugary alcoholic drink on my cards. They were stuck together. So these happen to be the cards that were stuck together, and this is giving me the fact that like people are gonna be trying to influence this connection by making you like, so if you out of nowhere just start feeling like you're not interested in this, or you're over it, or you're disinterested, or you got other stuff going on and you don't have time for this emotionally, know that that is not your feelings. That is someone projecting that onto you because somebody is keeping up with you, and they see what you're doing. It's funny, a beat for confirmation. It's funny because I like drew on this card to cover up her nudity, and it didn't really work. It kind of worked for the top portion, but it definitely didn't work for the bush. So we're gonna cover that up. I feel like you're healed enough to know that this is going on. So just please stay aware, okay? Stay aware. I feel like you're going to be getting all types of signs, all right? They even may try to affect this person by making them come off like a little bit too like involved in other people, or like making it seem like they got other shit going on, and just kind of making them look like, I don't know. But that's not it. You know, that's not it. No. This person is very, very protective of themselves. And if you, I'm almost getting that this person can have a kind of job where they are always having to talk to people. So I don't know why I'm getting like a greeter at a store, like a Foot Locker. You know how you go to certain stores or like really nice stores or restaurants and you have that person that welcomes you in, a greeter. Like this person has a job where they have to constantly like have a smile and greet people and just be nice to people. So if you see them kind of being that way, that's how they're wired professionally. So just know that, okay? It's justice for you to be interacting with someone who is just as protective of themselves as you are protective of you. So just know that, okay? Don't let any projections ruin this experience, because whether it's meant to stick around or not, I think it's supposed to be an experience nonetheless, and like a really good connection for you to have. So you can regard it as long term, short term, when you experience it or not, but it's totally up to you. Anything else for this reading, Holy Spirit? Oh my God, I feel like you're going to experience a lot of renewed emotions here. Whatever you experience here is going to give you the renewal that you need, okay? It's going to make you well up with just like gratitude and positive emotions. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of like generosity exchange between you and this person, and maybe even partnership, okay? So I just love that, okay? Let me see if I can get something from this like sexy deck, just in case some sexy vibes pop off. I want you to be ready for what those could be. I don't want you to come off super by surprise or anything. I know things can get a little awkward. Of course, we want to be natural. We don't want to have to construct every single little thing in our lives, but I don't think it's nothing wrong with getting a little energy of what that could look like. That's what we're here for. I believe you guys are going to have a very intuitive connection. I feel like you guys are going to have that kind of relationship was like y'all could feel the vibes, but y'all might not say anything, which could be kind of hot, okay? We got genie in a bottle, okay? So I feel like this person is going to regard you as somebody who will make their dreams come true, and vice versa. And I think that alone is just like really, really etherically intimate. Like that's the kind of thing where that you could eat off that for months. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing that could sustain a relationship for a long time, especially today's world, because even men are getting with women based off of like class and status and all that shit. So that's how you know the world is a little nuts. But like the fact that you both have an energy where y'all know y'all always going to be able to get it for yourselves, and y'all can bring anything into being for yourselves, and y'all can come together and do that together, like, woo, woo. Sacral seduction, Snoop Dogg voice. Sacral seduction. I feel like y'all the kind of people who y'all not gonna want to get sexy right off the bat, but when y'all do, y'all gonna like, y'all are just gonna like, ooh, invite in all types of like manifestations and shit. Like it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, y'all might even have like visions of the future, and y'all gonna see each other being together and child, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I think this person is a visual person. They're gonna love seeing you dressed up in heels. If you're a guy, she's gonna love seeing you wearing, looking all sexy. It says, I'm a bad girl, bad boy. So I feel like y'all have like this dark side that both of you guys can appreciate. You're gonna want to take things very slow. I feel like there's gonna be a very grounded connection, very rooted, very sacral chakra, root chakra. When y'all do get to that point, I feel like y'all are going to be very easily just kind of speaking y'all mind about what y'all want. And y'all might even have like some tension built up. So, I'm going to leave that right there, because God knows where that's going to go. I like it. I'm here for it. Spirit said, leave it out. Leave it out. Okay? Wow. All right. So let's get some personalities or whatever. Then we might get some closing regards, and then we can wrap up this reading and go to the next one. All right, let's get some personalities. Like, what kind of people are coming through for my viewers? Ooh, wow. Let's make them fall right out, just to be sure. We got one coming out. So I'm probably picking up on the three of you. Might got the same kind of person, because we got one card that's trying to come out. Let's get some more energy here for these three. or whoever will like the video in the future. Like, I know it's not all gonna be the same kind of person now. I know that. Okay, that's a lot of cards. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let me get a little sip of water before we get into this. This is very exciting. All right, so I'm gonna go. Okay, we got 4 different kinds of people. All right. First, we have Sergey Gainsbourg. Okay, like I said, this is going to be a very, very, like for the majority of you, this is going to be a very outgoing kind of person. I'm getting that this is the kind of person who's very like spiritual, grounded, in tune with self. But you would never know this like right off the bat about this person, because maybe they have just kind of lifestyle and job or whatever personality where they're just like either super chill and like pulling the niggas, pulling the bitches easily, right? Smoking their cigarette, just doing them, easily pulling people left and right. But they're very, very, very outgoing and very just like people oriented. They know how to talk, they know how to entertain, you know, that kind of thing, where you don't have to be the excitement in the interaction, you know? They have that going on. They can speak for themselves. They're very confident in themselves, and they can't be easily shaken, you know, when it comes to confidence. They're very extremely creative, extremely expressive, okay? All right, beauty is the promise of happiness and a guarantee of despair. I feel like this person knows, you know, what beauty can bring, whether good or bad, and they just kind of know what they want already. When I leave, you should have no kisses left. They know their worth. They know that when they leave, people are going to feel it. To love, you must ignore the difference between pleasure and pain. Like, yeah, I like this person knows what all the pain is about in life. They're not really here for it, okay? And I'm going to show you guys the card again. I'm going to cover up her cheeks because I don't know how. Yeah, this person could have a lot of, you know, people if they wanted to, but they don't want it, okay? Then we have Ryan Gosling, and I know this is from the movie Drive. I've never seen that movie, but like, yeah, so this could be a person who loves to drive. This could be a person who loves cars, who loves just like the fast-paced life, okay? Silence has more meaning than the words you don't say. So this person is aware of their silence. They know that silence means something. They know that words mean something. So this person is gonna know, for some of you, you're gonna encounter a person who knows when to speak, when not to speak. Okay, maybe you guys will have a lot of comfortable silences because when you guys do speak to each other, you just know how to interact. Okay, it comes very easy maybe. It says the hardest role to play is yourself. Yeah, I feel like there's somebody who may be coming into you guys' field, and this is a little different, okay? This person seems like they're more of like a shapeshifter, okay? For some of you. And some of you guys, this just might fit for you. Don't let someone else write your private life. Yeah, this person is learning that they're safe to be themselves. So I feel like you guys, some of you guys may encounter somebody who's more quiet, but like it's because they maybe are just still trying to be comfortable in being themselves. And so I don't know, that's interesting, okay? I never seen that movie Drive. I'm kind of curious to what he was like in that movie, because just I feel like for you guys, some of you guys need to look it up. Just look up all these people, all these vibes, just to, if you can't pick it up what I'm putting down already, like just so you can have an idea of like what's coming your way. Like look up the movie Drive and maybe the fucking, you know, whatever Google says or whatever YouTube says about the movie, because then that may give you an idea who's coming towards you. We have Queen Victoria. I remember that this queen was like, I believe she like had a bunch of kids with like her cousin or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm really picking up on you guys also meeting a foreigner who could have like a really weird like background that may be like really sus to you because of you guys' differences. So they may have like a huge family. They may have kids already, or they could have like an ex-wife, or they could just have, like I said, a big family. So they could still live with their parents, or they could have a huge family home and there's lots of kids and cousins running around, and they try to hook you up with a family friend that could possibly be your, like, you know, weird shit like that. I know you know, being from St. Louis, I even experienced stuff like that, child. Is, you know, it's that type of stuff is weird, and it can happen all over the place. It says, I would venture to warn against too great intimacy with artists, as it could be very seductive and a little dangerous. So this person could be a huge artist. Okay, no girl will go to the altar if she knew all. So somebody just has a very like spotty past. Like you could meet someone who has like a very spotty past. They could be a very good fit for you though. If you guys just come from two completely different worlds. Okay, the important thing is not what they think of me, but what I think of them. Okay, so this is a person who is just themselves at the end of the day. So you really just have to kind of like hear them out, and you know, you will see if this person's your cup of tea. If they're not, then they're not, but they are who they are, and you guys might be great together. So don't just think right off the bat like, ew, the way that person lives, like I could never go for that, because you never know, it could be like the perfect setup for you. In whatever way, I'm looking at, like, my eyes are drawing me towards the little, you know, this little thing right here the kids ride on, the little like pony. So I feel like this person could have horses, or they could live on a farm, or they could just have access to these things. And I feel like you guys pouring into each other's lives, maybe you'll get them to understand that like maybe you shouldn't have such an intimate tie with your family, because it can get a little weird, especially if you want to experience more of the world. You should probably open yourself up more to the world and out of your family, right? Kind of weird. No judgment, but a little weird. And then you may be like, okay, I love this tight-knit family energy, and you could learn a little bit about what it means to be in a tight-knit family, and both you guys may just start your own family elsewhere, sharing your values, which could be a beautiful thing. But you got, like, obviously I don't have to tell you that people have to be willing to both do that. It's almost like the man's body language is saying, hey, are you here for this? Like, are you into this? Is she sitting there really straight, like, you know what, I might be, but I'm not bending to anything. Like, I'm just here as myself, but don't think that I'm gonna give in to what you guys going on just because y'all have it going on, type thing. And then we have finally we have Ernest Hemingway. So somebody could be a writer. I'm really getting the kind of, all in all, I'm getting the kind of energy, like a lot of masculine energy, so I could be talking to feminines mostly, but I'm really getting on people who could be very enigmatic, meaning they could be in their mind and their thoughts. This person more towards the end could be very excited when they're not like that, and these other people are like, these two people in the middle could kind of be a little like that, not really. And then I'm getting this Ernest Hemingway that's like, I say everything I have to say through my art. And it's not that they can't have a deep conversation. Oh, they totally can, but they're just very calculated with who they let in. That's what I'm getting with this familiar, with this orange cat. It says, treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. This person is very romantic. They very much so appreciate even the pictures of all these women on the wall. Like, this person takes something valuable from each of their experiences and they hold it dear. It creates who they are. They treasure the moments that they felt love, even if it was heartbreak that followed. You know, somebody could just get over shit when it happens, okay? Like, that's what I'm getting from all these cards also. So the Ryan Gosling card is about the only card that's giving me like a little jaded. Like, I'm over it. It's not really affecting my life, but almost like a keep up with me energy. Almost like the energy of Prince in Purple Rain, where he was like open to doing shit, but he was like also like, my mom and dad are fucking fighting all the time. Like, I don't have time for that. So if you want to come with me and live this rockstar life and have fun and have this random like experience of passion and creativity, like, let's do that. But like, just know that, like, you know, like, this person is just giving more of a fun person. So I'm not really picking up that you should probably take this Ryan Gosling energy maybe that serious, and maybe that's what this person needs. Like, nobody's gonna deal with your jadedness, all right? But then all these other people are like serious for sure. Don't allow any tourists into your own private Paris. Yeah, this Ernest Hemingway. I'm really liking all these other energies though. We have a person who is an ex-ladies man, knows exactly what he wants. The hoes do not excite him anymore. We have somebody that's very excited about life, ready to live life, make new memories, but is a little jaded from their past experiences. Probably a little bit weird about being themselves, probably kind of young, maybe just coming out of being like really immature. We have a family man who's ready to create their own family, and we have a very sensitive romantic type who is ready to fall in love again because this person loves love, type shit. So let's just get some end regards and we're gonna close this one. Anything else to end the reading? All right. Thank you for making that simple, Holy Spirit. All right, so there is going to be all types of commotion going on in the background, okay? I'm just seeing the meme, of course, the gifs of like person outside the window beating, throwing water, and then the person inside the car vibing, vibing, vibing. So I feel like, you know, you're going to have a lot of people on your bumper in the background, towers falling from them. They want to win it all costs. If I were you, I would pay that zero mind, but let's see what Spirit has to say about it. These people gonna want to steal from you, ruin it any way they can. Like, I don't think it's gonna touch you. I think you just need to be aware of that. So when things go wrong or if things seem like they're just going really weird, just know that there's little sneaky little entities around just trying to, you know, be little gremlins. But guess what? It's because they feel that real shit is being built and they are clowning that their supply is moving the fuck on, okay? They're clowning about it. They can sense that real love and real family and real like commitment is being built. Yeah. And somebody's gonna be laying a pipe in new soil. So y'all know what I mean by that. Wow. I mean, if I was them, I'd be mad too. So that's what I have for this one, y'all. I hope y'all messing with it. If y'all do, just please support the channel, okay? I don't want to waste my time. I want to be here on YouTube. I love doing readings, y'all. And I've definitely had my moments where I'm just like overdoing YouTube because people are always trying to block my shit. And, you know, I have a lot of, I'm very influential. I feel like, I'm going to say it, I feel like I'm a lot of readers' favorite reader. And I feel like people love to gatekeep me, but I'm going to rebuke that energy. We're not doing that moving forward. 2025 on, we're not doing that, okay? I'm gonna get my full hours, period, where, you know, I'm only gonna give to those who give to me, and then I don't care if we just have like the smallest, cutest community, because who cares, okay? Who wouldn't want to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Elite. So I will see y'all in the next one. So come over to the next reading for me. I'm not sure what it's gonna be about, but I will see y'all over there. Love you. Peace.